high school basketball on your local sports leader, 97.9 XFM. Let's go courtside for pregame information.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Alabama Community High School for the second night of the 85th Annual National Trail Conference Boys Basketball Tournament here on 97.9 XFM and 97.9XFM.com. Live video and audio streaming of both games, so keep that in mind. We have a good doubleheader of basketball for you tonight. It's the Battle of the Saints in the opener with some help from Brownstown for St. Elmo. They'll take on top-seeded St. Anthony. The Eagles got a big win last night over Cowden-Herrick Beecher City to move into this ball game. Final score last night was SEB over CHBC in a battle of the initials, 72-38. So that gave SEB, the 8th seed in the tournament, their 13th win of the season. That'll give you some idea about how balanced the tournament is and how good the conference is this year. Second game ought to be a fun one. 4-5 seeds. North Clay taking on Neoga. So that will be the nightcap of our doubleheader. We'll have 2 tomorrow night, 3 on Thursday, 2 on Friday, and 4 on Saturday. So you should sure get some good basketball over these next few days. Let's take a break. We'll be back with some pregame information on the tournament, and this one in particular, St. Anthony and St. Elmo Brownstown. Back in just a moment or two here on 97.9 XFM.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams, in the tournament.
Brown's Drugstore at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located south Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Your home for the 85th Annual NTC Tournament. On air and online at 979XFM.com.
Pregame show. Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, your complete transportation headquarters since 1958.
Back at Altamont, getting ready for night 2 of the NTC tournament, the 85th annual. Can you imagine? This started back in the 30s, and it's going strong ever since. It should have a interesting pair of games tonight. You know, St. Anthony's the 1 seed and St. Elmo Brownstown's the 8th seed, but it's not like St. Elmo Brownstown, some wimpy little ball club. They're a pretty good team.
They really are. They showed it last night against the Cowden-Herrick Beecher City team that's not having the season that they'd like to have, but boy, are they young, and they've got some talent there, and it'll be interesting to see how that program develops over the next few years. But nonetheless, they're going to St. Elmo Brownstown's going to have their hands full with this St. Anthony ball club. There's no way around it. St. Anthony is very tough, and they're the number 1 seed for a reason, and we'll have to see how it unfolds.
St. Anthony is 17-3. They won a conference game Friday night and then beat Charleston at Charleston Saturday night. So 17 wins for this St. Anthony club, and they're kind of still operating shorthanded, although they have plenty of hands. But I checked with Cody Rinker, the Bulldogs coach, this afternoon, and Logan Antrim's still not available. He says they're going to re-examine him Thursday.
Okay.
Maybe they'll find something out then, but we'll let the kid play. But he's been dealing with a bad wheel and thumb and all kinds of stuff. So hopefully they'll get him mended and he'll be back at it. One good thing for St. Anthony is that Aaron Webb is back in the starting lineup. Aaron had been hurting. He played some in the game we did last Saturday.
It all washes together so much for me, Greg. I couldn't tell you.
It wasn't last Saturday. It was the Saturday before. We had the Friday
it was the
snow out,
yep.
And so we played Saturday afternoon, the Mater Dei game. That's when Aaron made his return, and so he's back in the starting lineup. So since Logan Antrim is not available, Kenan Walsh remains in the Bulldogs starting lineup. So, man, if they'll get all healthy, and they're already 17-3, I mean, how much better can they be?
Yeah, and it's a good question to ask, and it's a question that a lot of people would like to know the answer to. And, they've got what you need in guard play, forwards. They've got a big center. I mean, they have all of the pieces is the point. And like you say, when Logan Antrim does come back, and they are expecting him to come back by the end of the season at some point, could be, like I say, as early as Thursday, might be a little later on. But he is such a quick player that disrupts the other team's offense and can create some offense for St. Anthony as well. But they do have capable guards around him. And Jack Haney is one of the funnest players in my mind to watch because he can go outside. He can take it inside. He always guards the other team's best perimeter player, and he is really stepped up and taken a leadership role with that. And Aaron Webb is a player that, quite frankly, is a lot better than I expected him to be. He has really improved over the years at St. Anthony. That's always fun to watch. And Fearday at a forward, he's one of those players that just does what the team need. And then you have Dust inside. And the thing I like about Dust is he's not worried about it. If he gets 15 points, fine. If he gets 10 points and they win, fine. If they need him to get 25, he can do that too. And so they have a lot of weapons. But you look at the other side of the bracket, there's a lot to like about this Eagles ball club, and we've talked about it in the games yesterday. And Jacob Barron is going to be one of the bigger players that Dust is going to go up against in this tournament. And so that could be an interesting matchup inside. And I'll be curious to see how the officials handle that inside as well, as that could be a big situation there. But one of St. Elmo Brownstown's top players is not going to start tonight, and we'll see about his availability as Andy Goldsboro violation of team rules is how it was stated, and that's how it was left. And I asked Coach Fiesel, I said, does that mean a little bit? Or does that mean a lot? And he says, we'll just have to see how much time he will get tonight.
So after a double-double last night, because of that violation, he won't be starting tonight. So that certainly crimps SEB style, but rules are rules, and kids need to think about those rules before they commit violations that hurt the team. You know, it's part of growing up.
Yeah, it is, and it's one of those things that's why kids being involved in athletics is important. You learn how to deal with situations. You learn, you make mistakes. We all make mistakes, but you have to step up and accept the circumstances that you create for yourself and learn from it, hopefully get better from it.
I want to share something because I'm getting old and forgetful, and I want to mention that Jacob Dust's mom is having her birthday today.
No.
So she would like, I'll bet, to get a nice birthday present of her son getting his 1,000th career point. Jacob is 6 points away from 1,000. My guess is he'll get it tonight. And this is Connor Walk's grandma's birthday today.
Okay.
So there's just all kinds of excitement on the Bulldogs side of things. And if there's some Eagle or former Bomber fans that are having a birthday, happy birthday to you too.
It does seem like we get a lot of 1,000-point scorers that reach that mark during the NTC tournament. There's another for Altamont that could be coming up here this week as well, with Aiden Yarhouse, so we'll have to see how that goes for that young man. But there was a year where we had 4 or 5 of them reach that 1,000-point
Here's the live
plateau.
chat app.
And it
you
seemed like every night we were handing out a new game
all
ball.
chats,
That's
your
going to
current
take a look at the starting
conversation,
lineups
and
for this
visitors'
one.
details.
St. Anthony and St. Elmo Brownstown in a moment
is
on
waiting for a
97.9
message from the
XFM.
website visitor.
Effingham Express
Smith
Care is
can
there
see
for
what is
all
the
your
visitor
urgent care
writing
needs.
before
They're
the
open
message is
7 days a
sent,
week and
so
no
he has
appointment
time
is
to
needed
prepare a
for all
response.
injuries and
Rick is
illnesses.
looking
Plus,
for
they have
jogging
on-site
shoes for
X-ray,
Morty,
and they
and he
accept all
needs it
major
immediately.
insurance and offer a self-pay
Agent Smith
discount.
takes
For
a
more
look at Rick's
information, visit
location, and thanks to that, he can send him
centralillinoisurgentcare.com.
the address of the nearest shoe shop store. Knowing that Agent Smith types a shortcut and sends the right
Evergreen
response
Nursing and
within
Rehabilitation
seconds.
Center
He
is
also
proud
tags
to
the
announce their
chat
new
to categorize
outpatient
it.
therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech
The
therapies for
customer
their
is happy with
patients.
the
If
swift
you need
response
therapy,
and
don't
leaves a good
worry.
rating
Evergreen's
with a
outpatient therapy
rather
can help you
odd
too. Give
comment.
Evergreen a call
Good
today
job,
for a tour.
Agent Smith.
With an expanded service department, our new Express Lube, and a huge lineup from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Geckner Brothers continues to build on the service and trust we've earned since 1937. Visit us online at GecknerBros.net. The Effingham area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air and online at 979XFM.com.
Nice finish. Went just pretty much down the scale there. Nice finish. Altamont Community High School Choir. And nice rendition of our national anthem. How about some starting lineups, Matt?
Thank you very much, Greg. Let's take a look at them first for the 13-7 St. Elmo Brownstown Eagles under head coach Greg Fiesel. They will start Bryton Pruitt, a 5'10 senior wearing number 4. He scored 17 in the win over CHBC. He'll be joined out there by Gavin Smith, the 5'10 junior, wears number 13. He has 8 tournament points thus far. Jace McWhorter starts at a forward. He's a 6'3 junior wearing number 15. He scored 4 in the win over Calvin Herrick Beecher City. He'll be joined by Jackson Tisch, a 6'2 junior wearing number 24. Tisch had 9, all 3 points, or he made all 3 3-pointers in that one. And in the middle, it's Jacob Barron. He's a 6'5 senior. Jacob only had 4 points in the win the other night, but he puts up a lot of points for this ball club. Look for him to add that to that today. Jacob, again, a 6'5 senior wearing number 50 for the Eagles. For the St. Anthony Bulldogs under head coach Cody Rinker, they're 6-0 in the conference coming into this, 17-3 overall. They are the top seed in the tournament, and they will start at a guard, Kenan Walsh. Walsh, a 6' junior, wears number 13. He'll be joined by fellow 6' senior Jack Haney, number 5. He gets the call of the guard spot, along with Aaron Webb, a 5'11 senior, wearing number 1. At a forward spot, it's Caden Fearday. Fearday's a 6'5 senior, number 25. And rounding out the lineup is Jacob Dust, 6'7 senior, wears number 55, as this is the first game in the tournament for the St. Anthony Bulldogs, as they are the top seed, and they will square off against the 8th-seeded St. Elmo Brownstown Eagles. Notice all seniors in the starting lineup for St. Anthony, with the exception of Walsh, the 6' junior.
I noticed, too, Cody Rinker looks none the worse for wear after yesterday's fitness challenge at St. Anthony Grade School. Had a couple of photos up on the website from that as part of Catholic Schools Week. Cody dove for the finish line in one of the relays, and still showing he's got that spring-any step.
Got that competitive fire.
Yes, indeed.
Tim Eddy will be the lead official tonight. He will be joined by Jim Fisher and Kirk Hacker, veteran officials here for this first game of the NTC tournament. It's game number 2 on night number 2 of the tournament here at the 85th annual NTC tournament. Wow.
North Clay and Neoga on the way, both of those clubs. Lots of wins this season, lots of firepower, and so we should have an exciting nightcap. By the way, shout out to Josh Hanner. He's watching all the way from Effingham. Thanks, Josh, old Bulldog manager.
Tosses up. St. Anthony win the tip, and we're underway. St. Elmo Brownstown picks up in a man-to-man as Haney works it around the perimeter, leaves it with Walsh in the left corner. Walsh bounces at baseline for Dust, spins, double team, spins back, puts the shot off the glass, and it's good.
Hey, 4 to go.
What a quick, nice move by Dust. Although he was patient with it, worked to get to the good spot.
Went one way, came back the other way, and had the open layup.
St. Anthony applying some full-court pressure. St. Elmo Brownstown gets it across the timeline, but they're trapped along the sideline. Pruitt has it, looks into Barron. Barron kicks it out to McWhorter, and now the Eagles will kind of reset the offense.
It's a nasty man. They're just about in your jersey.
Smith has it on the left side for the Eagles. Fires at top of the key to McWhorter. Dangerous pass, but McWhorter handles. Leaves it with Pruitt, left wing. He goes to the baseline, stops, fakes, draws a crowd. Picks up his dribble, needs some help. Now he'll lean in for a shot off the glass, and he got it to go.
That's smart. He didn't panic, did he? Took his time and found a little baseline jumper.
So we're tied at 2 in the first minute of this ball game.
One thing, you were talking about the Bulldogs' defense. Remember how few turnovers SEB had last night? 5 in the game, gang. So we'll see how that goes tonight.
Webb works his way into the wing, from the wing into the lane. Little jumper from 10, no good. Webb tips the rebound. It goes to Dust, and Dust sticks it up and in.
2 to go.
The Dust with 4 points in the ball game with 6:33 on the first quarter clock as Pruitt is handling in backcourt, does get it across the timeline, all the while being hounded by Walsh. Walsh stays with Pruitt. Pruitt to the free throw line, out to Smith. He loads up for a right wing 3, and he buries it.
Never a doubt. That was good all the way.
Gavin Smith gives SEB their first lead of the contest. As Walsh walks it across the timeline, looks to the left side. There's Webb. He got it into Dust. Dust couldn't handle the pass, though. He tried to catch it with one hand. He didn't secure it, bounced it off his foot out of bounds for the first turnover of the contest. 6:06 to play in the first quarter. SEB works the inbounds to Pruitt across the timeline, sees the double team coming, got it into Barron, but they say Barron took an extra step before he got the shot away, as SEB handled the press well that time, but the Eagles turned it over in the end.
I think Barron was expecting more company than he had.
St. Anthony works it to the left side to Webb, comes around a little half screen, got into the lane and got bumped, and I think we've got our first foul of the night.
Kirk Acker agrees. Foul's called on Gavin Smith. First foul of the night.
So Haney will trigger the inbounds from the baseline. Looking, fires it out top. Walsh makes the catch in the center circle. He'll work against Pruitt. Brings it to the right side. Pass is tipped, but Webb gets to it. Leaves it out top with Fearday around to Haney. Now baseline Dust. Works around Barron. Goes for a reverse layup. No good. Got his own rebound. Puts this one up. It's no good. Rebound's knocked loose again. Finally, Fearday has it. Leaves it with Haney out top, and the Bulldogs reset. Haney into the lane. Now out to Fearday. Fearday sends it back out top, and holding it out there is Webb. 5:22 to play in the first quarter. 5-4. St. Elmo Brownstown leads St. Anthony. They get it in the lane to Dust. He's working on a couple, and Tisch and Barron were both there. We'll see who gets the foul.
Well, they're going to give it to Barron. I thought Tisch might have reached over. Barron on the foul. Jacobs first. 2 on the Eagles. So Dust with a chance to get to 1,000 at the line.
Free throw on the way, off the side of the rim, no good. So he won't get there with this trip to the line, barring something strange. 5:16 to play in the first quarter, 5-4. SEB leads St. Anthony. Free throw on the way, off the heel of the rim this time, no good. Rebound finally secured by SEB, and taking it out of there was Jackson Tisch. Handed it off to Smith, and Smith sets the offense from the center circle against St. Anthony's man-to-man. Now goes to Pruitt, but they're still way out top. Pruitt going 5 wide here, basically, with the Eagles. He now looks into Barron. Barron back to the basket. Had a tough catch. Now moves to the baseline. Haney dives in there, crashes, and gets the ball knocked loose and gets the steal. Second SEB turnover. Haney goes all the way up the court. Nobody stopped him, so Jack sticks it up and in to give St. Anthony the lead back 6-5.
That's efficient. Took the ball away, came down, scored.
Smith crosses the timeline, double team, bumped along the sideline. Oh, they just say he went out of bounds.
Well, we know why he went out of bounds. Third turnover on the Eagles. That's 3 straight trips, though, Matt.
Yeah. Like you said, something we really did not see last night at all. But St. Anthony is a little different.
They can play some pretty mean defense.
Baseline to Dust. He has it knocked away, picks up the loose ball, skip pass across the way to Webb. He tries to penetrate, took a little extra hop before he got a pass away to Haney, and there's a Bulldog turnover. Their second of the ball game. So it remains 6-5 in favor of St. Anthony, not quite halfway through this first quarter.
Play starting to fill up, at least on one half. See about this north side when it starts to fill.
Pruitt crosses the timeline for the Eagles. Sets the play from the center circle, directing some traffic. Has got Walsh right there with him. They go high post to McWhorter. McWhorter out top to Barron. Barron's holding. Now looks for the backdoor cutter. Ball knocked loose, and Fearday finally comes up with it. He knocked it loose, so it bounced around, and Fearday claims it, drives up court into the lane, draws a crowd, leaves it with Walsh for three. Shot no good. There's Dust with an offensive rebound. Stick back with the right hand is good. You can hear the roar from the St. Anthony faithful as with 3:45 on the clock, he scores his 1,000th point. Now there's a steal of the inbound pass as Aaron Webb took it away. Webb, though, tried to drive the baseline, stepped out of bounds, and it'll go to St. Elmo. But now they stop the clock, or with the clock stopped, that is. They are now going to recognize Jacob Dust for scoring his 1,000th point in the ball game. And everybody in the gym starts to stand and applaud as they recognize Jacob Dust and the accomplishment of that young man.
And while that's going on, Caden Fearday's got some blood on him, Matt, so they're going to have to clean that up. And Jack Elder is into the game to replace him for St. Anthony.
Thought we saw a couple of SEB substitution as well, and Andy Goldsboro is in the ball game. So he is checked in with 3:39 to play in the first quarter. He'll bring it across the timeline. Takes it over to the right side, leaves it with Pruitt. Pruitt swings it out top. They find Tisch. Three on the way. No good, as that was off the mark by Jackson Tisch, but Goldsboro gets the offensive rebound. He has it out on the wing, drives in the lane, sends a pass. Woo! McWhorter reached high to grab it, but he got it under control, and they send it to Smith, now to Goldsboro. Center circle. Goldsboro resets with Elder on him. They swing it over on the right side, and the pass. Dust playing defense on the perimeter, knocks it loose, sends it up ahead to Walsh, drives for the layup. He missed it. Rebound taken out of there by St. Elmo Brownstown, and Caden Tisch looks up court for a teammate. Pruitt along the sideline was falling out of bounds, so he had to save it, and he got it to Goldsboro. Goldsboro works from the left side. Shot no good. Rebound Haney. Quick outlet ahead to Webb, and Webb sticks it up and in, and St. Elmo Brownstown's going to take a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout with 2:45 to play in the first quarter. St. Anthony's extended the lead to 10-5, and you're listening to high school basketball in the NTC tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Cold outside? At McMahon Meats, we have a convenient drive-up window so you can stay in your warm car while we do the shopping. Call ahead at 217-813-6054. Good luck, area teams, in the tournament.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for over 40 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
And also a word from Dina Beckew. That's the wife of assistant coach and athletic director at St. Elmo Brownstown at St. Elmo, Ryan Beckew. They are watching from Children's Hospital as Ryan's young son is having some medical difficulties, but they think they're figuring it out, and hopefully things get going better soon. Meanwhile, SEB works the inbounds. They got it up court, then lost the handle. Nobody touched it as it went into backcourt, and it's a turnover. And Greg Fiesel just took that timeout, and that's not exactly what he wanted to see.
I don't think the officials knew immediately that nobody else had touched it. That's why the whistle came a little bit after the ball got loose. 7 turnovers now for the Eagles, Matt. They had 5 in the whole game last night.
2:25 on the clock, driving in the lane. Connor Walk came in at that dead ball. Put up a shot. It was no good. Goldsboro grabs the rebound, and Walk got called for going over the back.
That is the first St. Anthony foul.
St. Anthony's been flying full court man-to-man the whole ball game. Inbounds goes to Goldsboro. Coach Fiesel says everyone clear out, and Andy brings it up the left side. Leaves it with Pruitt. Pruitt sends it across the way. I believe that's Smith, but we'll double check. Nope. Yep, it is Smith. He has it out top after a quick pass to Pruitt. Smith now works to the right wing. Tried to get it to Barron. The pass was tipped, but Smith goes high in the air to reclaim it for the Eagles.
Tipped right back to him.
He gets it to Pruitt. Pruitt on the left wing finds Goldsboro, cuts to the baseline. A triple team. Passes out of it, though, to Pruitt, to Smith. 3 on the way, off the mark. Rebound, Haney. Jack brings it up the left side. St. Anthony's always willing to push it. Now Haney gets all the way to the baseline, but it was a little out of control. Saves it, though, into Walk. Walk turns, gets it to Dust. 15-footer is no good from just beyond the free throw line, and the rebound to Goldsboro.
3 rebounds for Goldsboro already.
Pushes it up to Pruitt. Pruitt sends it across to Smith, but Eagles haven't scored in a while. They took the 5-4 lead, and since then, it's been St. Anthony on a 6-0 run.
Yeah, they got that 3 out of Gavin Smith, and that was about 3 minutes of play ago.
Now here's a pass on the right side that's a little too wide. Smith can't handle it from Pruitt. Another turnover for SEB, their 8th of the quarter. Dust will have a seat. Fearday checks back in. Jace McWhorter is back onto the court, and Smith will have a seat for SEB. Haney brings the ball across the timeline. Looks to set the play. Working against the Eagles defense. It's a man-to-man. They work it to Fearday. Long two. Good.
Oh, welcome back to the game, Caden.
Caden Fearday knocks it down, makes the lead 7 with 53 seconds to play in the quarter. SEB pounds it inside to Barron. Tough turnaround shot is good. Jacob Barron's first 2 points pulls the Eagles back within 5.
They got the ball down the floor and they scored.
Yeah.
2 good things.
Haney has it in the corner, sends it out top. Ooh, looked like there was a travel out there, but no call against Eli Moore, who's in the ball game for the St. Anthony Bulldogs. Yes, Moore does have ties to the St. Elmo area. Meanwhile, Walsh has it, gets it to Haney. Wing 3 on the way, off the heel of the rim, no good. Fearday, though, on the weak side, grabs the rebound, looks into Haney. Haney splits a double team, puts up a shot, but when he split that double team, he took an extra step, and the travel will give it to the Eagles. Third St. Anthony turnover and 3 changes for the Bulldogs. Haney.
Moore and Elder sat down.
Thank you. Moore and Elder out. Walk remains on the court. Webb's back out there. We've also got Walsh back into the ball game. Fearday's back, or Fearday's still out there, and Dust is back into the ball game.
And Caden Tisch sat down for SEB.
5 seconds to play in the quarter. Eagles work it to Goldsboro on the right side. Takes it to the top of the key for a 3. It's off the heel of the rim. No good. We had a whistle. Oh, that's because the ball hit the supporting structure right as the horn sounded. So after 1 quarter of action, it's St. Elmo Brownstown trailing St. Anthony here at the 85th Annual NTC Tournament. Bulldogs 12, Eagles 7. High school hoops on 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever, Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Member FDIC.
In overpriced ER. Visit us at effinghamexpresscare.com or call 217-994-9301 7 days a week.
It's St. Elmo ball, St. Elmo Brownstown ball here to start the second quarter of action, but the pass is tipped by Haney. He takes it out of the air, looks for Walsh. Walsh was ahead of everybody, but he couldn't handle the pass. Finally does get control of it, tried to get it to a teammate out top, and St. Anthony gives it right back. So an exchange of turnovers in 7 seconds.
Yes. Both teams, by the way, shot 43% from the field in the first half. St. Anthony just had twice as many shots. First quarter, I should say. St. Anthony 6 of 14. SEB 3 out of 7.
Porter gets it across the timeline. He works to the right side, gets in. Shot is blocked by Dust. Rebound, Goldsboro muscles up a shot. It's off the heel of the rim, no good. And Dust secures this rebound for St. Anthony. Outlet to Haney. Nobody got in front of him. Takes it to the left side. Some contact, but no call. Rebound taken by McWhorter. He almost had the ball knocked loose. He actually did have it knocked loose, but he got it back. Now leaves it with Pruitt. Pruitt goes to the right baseline. Now has picked up his dribble, looks for Barron in the post, out to McWhorter. Top of the key three is off the side of the rim, no good. And Dust another rebound, and he holds it high before he throws an outlet that Fearday tracks down along the sideline.
5 boards for Dust.
7:07 to play in the second quarter. Zone defense this time for the Eagles. They're in a 2-3. St. Anthony works it to Walsh on the right side. Now back on the wing to Webb. Webb sends it over to the left side to Fearday. Fearday looks to the corner. That's Webb. High post Haney. Nice lob underneath the Dust, who makes the catch and scores.
Keep the ball up there. Jacob's going to be the only one who can score.
Jacob with 8 in the ball game. Back to a 7-point lead for St. Anthony, matching their largest of the contest. Pruitt crosses the timeline, bounces at top of the key to Barron. Barron holds, now gets it to Goldsboro, left side of the top of the key. Cross to the right side to Tisch. As Tisch sends it to McWhorter. McWhorter on the left wing. That's Jackson Tisch out there right now. He's the only Tisch on the court for the Eagles. They find Pruitt out top, who tries to reset the offense, but he's picked up his dribble. Now leaves it with Tisch on the right wing, puts it on the floor. Skip pass, stolen. Haney with the steal, drives for the right side layup. It's good as he's fouled. McWhorter got back to challenge after the second turnover for the Eagles of the quarter, and Haney strong enough to finish and will go for the three-point play at the free throw line.
Jace McWhorter's first foul. That's 3 now on the Eagles. Mentioned about St. Anthony, 6 of 14 from the field. They missed 2 foul shots in the first quarter. Just 3 turnovers, 7 boards. They missed a 3.
Haney's free throw is good, so Jack has 5 now in the ball game, and it's a 10-point edge for the St. Anthony Bulldogs.
Yeah, 5-0 Bulldogs to start the second quarter, Matt.
McWhorter looks into Barron. Barron trying to make some space against Dust, puts the shot up. It's no good, but we've got a foul whistled, and Barron's going to go to the free throw line as those 2 big bodies battle down low.
Jacob Dust's first foul. Bulldogs have 2 now. Just to finish up the stats, the Eagles haven't been to the line yet. They turned it over 8 times in the first quarter, 5 boards. They were 1 for 4 on threes.
Barron's free throw on the way, a little too strong, no good. Re-entering the ball game is Gavin Smith. He will replace, looks like McWhorter's heading to the bench.
Neoga and North Clay in the nightcap. Remember, you can watch it. We have live video streaming. Go to our website. Look on the front page. It says, push this button. Thanks, Wayne. You made it easy for me. Even I knew how to do that.
Barron's free throw is good. He has 3, makes it 17-8. St. Anthony works it inside to Dust. Now Dust is going to try to work on Barron. Got closed down, sends it out to Haney for a corner 3, no good. Weak side rebound, Dust on the left side, goes for the reverse layup, scoops it up, missed. Webb has this rebound, and he's fouled from behind. It'll be St. Anthony ball under the basket.
And the foul, the 4th of the game on the Eagles. That one lodged against Jackson Tisch.
Haney's looking to get the ball inbound, still looking, now throws it out top to Webb. Top of the key 3, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound's tapped by McWhorter, and Smith claims it for the Eagles. Ahead to Pruitt on the left side. St. Anthony back defensively. Pruitt swings it out top and now leaves it with Smith. Smith goes to the left side, leans in, shot good. Gavin Smith with a strong move to the baseline has his 5th point, and it's a 7-point game, 17-10.
They got a basket. St. Anthony isn't shooting well enough that they can put a lot of space between them and the Eagles. So if St. Elmo Brownstown get a couple of shots down here, they're going to be right in this thing.
Webb looks high post to Haney. Shot from 12, good. Haney was looking to pass it underneath. When it wasn't there, he said, well, I'll just shoot it, and he made it.
He's got 5 1/4.
7 in the game, and it's a 19-10 score with 4:53 on the second quarter clock. Pruitt crosses the timeline, hands it off to Smith. Smith again tries to take it to the left side. Fearday steps over to cut him off. Smith, though, still on the dribble, backs it out and gets it to Pruitt out top. Pruitt moves back to the center circle, crosses over, goes to the right side. He's trying to set something up, and now Tisch comes to the wing, but it's knocked loose by Webb right into the official who's along the sideline, and it'll stay with the Eagles out of bounds. Substitution, Jace McWhorter in for Tisch. St. Anthony brought someone in as well. I think Elder's back into the ball game.
He is.
Inbounds from the sideline goes to Pruitt. Pruitt cuts into the lane, now sends it out to Smith. Corner 3, no good for the lefty. Rebound Haney. He rifles a pass up court. What a look to Webb. Shot fake, lets the defense fly by, and Aaron Webb sticks it up and in. 21-10, what a play, and it was all set up by Haney. Now, McWhorter, top of the key for the Eagles, leaves it with Goldsboro. Goldsboro calling for a screen, got two kids that were willing to give it to him. Then they both backed away, and Goldsboro finds Smith. Now to McWhorter, to Goldsboro again, right baseline, runs into the crowd, hooks a pass to Barron in traffic, made the catch, put up the shot, no good. Rebound Dust, outlet to Haney. Haney's pass is batted away by Goldsboro. What an athletic play to get up and swat that ball down, but it goes out of bounds along the sideline.
Connor walks in for Webby for St. Anthony, and the Eagles also make a change as they send Alex Higgs into the game, give Jacob Barron a breather.
With this lineup, I'd be stunned if the Eagles didn't play zone. And it looks like they're in a 2-3. St. Anthony still works it inside to Dust, who makes the move, and he traveled with it.
So, second in the quarter, 5 in the game for St. Anthony. And the Eagles have slowed their turnovers down. Remember, they had 8 in the first quarter. They only have 2 here in the second period. That's given them some more opportunities.
Pruitt crosses the timeline, got ahead of Haney. Haney kind of tried to do that reach from behind and tried to get the ball, instead got Pruitt, and that's a Bulldog personal.
Third foul on St. Anthony.
Coach Andrew Snow almost caught that ball along the sideline when they sent it over there for the inbounds, as he will lead his Neoga Indians into that contest with North Clay a little later on tonight.
Haney sits down, and the Bulldogs brought Walsh back.
Inbounds for the Eagles. They've got it with McWhorter. He's over on the right side. Forces up a tough shot. No good. Rebound secured by Connor Walk. Outlet ahead to Fearday. He brings it up the left side. Crosses over. Gets to the free throw line. Finds Walsh in the corner. Runner is no good. He made a nice move along the baseline. Tried to put up the 6-foot runner and left it short. Smith grabbed the rebound for the Eagles, and he brings it up court to Higgs. Higgs bounces it out top to Goldsboro. He's on the left wing now. Behind the back dribble, controls it, puts up a tough 15-footer, a little strong. Rebound taken down by Fearday. Fearday, quick outlet ahead to Walsh. Nice pass across, and they get it underneath. Layup is good for Connor Walk as he fakes and let the defense clear, and we've got another timeout taken for SEB. 2:51 to play in the second quarter. St. Anthony's up 13, 23-10 here in the quarterfinal matchup of this 85th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're single.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams in the tournament.
Brown's Drugstore at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
The Effingham area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air and online at 979xfm.com.
Safe in your own home is our key wish for you.
Checking the text we got from Brandon Hosick. He says what a lot of people think. He says, can't miss NTC week. Even if you're at school, you can't miss NTC week. I think that's people of all ages, Matt, that feel that same way.
St. Elmo Brownstown ball after the timeout. St. Anthony flashes a different defense at them. They trap as they got it across the timeline. Connor Walk knocked the ball loose with Aaron Webb. Walk picked it up, tried to fire it ahead to Webb. The pass was off the mark. So the teams exchanged turnovers, the third for each of them here in this second quarter. McWhorter works the inbounds to Goldsboro. He runs it to the timeline, sees the trap coming, hooks a pass to Pruitt. Pruitt takes it to the right wing. Now baseline to Smith. Smith drives into the lane, looks across for McWhorter. McWhorter takes a step in, fires the 16-footer. It's off the mark, and the rebound's out of bounds, and it'll go to St. Anthony.
And St. Elmo Brownstown needs a basket. They've got 1 basket and 1 foul shot in the quarter. And St. Anthony still hasn't really pulled away in large measure, but ain't got to get the ball in the hole.
Dust back into the ball game for St. Anthony. He replaces Elder as the Eagles remain in the zone. They get the ball to Caden Fearday. 12-footer at the free throw line is good.
That's good offense.
And Coach Feasel took another timeout. It'll be a 30-second break with 2:13 to play in the second quarter. It's St. Anthony 25, St. Elmo 10, high school basketball on 97.9 XFM.
From cradle.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located south Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Effingham Express Care is there for all your urgent care needs. They're open 7 days a week and no appointment is needed for all injuries and illnesses. Plus, they have on-site x-ray. And they accept all major insurance and offer a self-pay discount. For more information, visit centralillinoisurgentcare.com.
Quick timeout for the Eagles as it was a quick bucket for St. Anthony. They're up 15, their largest lead of the game. Eagles get it across the timeline. Goldsboro has it between the center circle and the top of the key. Now take it slightly to the right side. Now back to the left. He's got a move. That's about a 5-second call, and he just gets a pass away to Pruitt. Pruitt way out on the perimeter. Gets a screen from Barron. Takes it to the top of the key. Now Goldsboro right side. Goldsboro lob for Barron. Catch. Puts up a shot against Dust. Lays it up and in.
Nice job because he had to back in. That was an excellent effort.
5 points for Barron. 25-12 the score. St. Anthony runs it up court. Webb on the wing with it. Out to Fearday. Around the walk. He loads up a three. It's too strong. Rebound goes to the weak side. McWhorter tipped it. Just couldn't get back to get control of it, and it's out of bounds off the Eagles.
Dead ball, so we've got an exchange of players.
That's how it works a lot for these two clubs. Haney will come back into the ball game. Jack returns as Walsh has a seat. Inbounds goes out to Fearday to Dust. Dust way out on the perimeter. Leaves it back with Haney. He'll square up for a three. It's off the heel of the rim. No good. Barron went up and got the rebound for the Eagles. Outlet to McWhorter with 1:20 on the clock. Another bucket here for the Eagles would give them a little more minimum heading into the locker room. Pruitt tried to get it into Barron. The ball was kicked or tipped or somehow knocked out of bounds by Haney. Might even come up and hit the official as they're kind of laughing about it down there.
Kirk Hacker says, I'm part of the floor, boys.
1:13 to play as the inbound goes to McWhorter. Turnaround shot around and good. He just posted up basically on the inbounds and got his first 2 points for the contest. And it's a minute to play in the quarter. It's 25-14. High post Fearday. Fearday splits the defense. Gets in between, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound battled for, and Smith has it. Outlet ahead to Pruitt. Pruitt drives for the layup on the right side, and he got it. Brighton Pruitt has 4, and it's 25-16, a 9-point contest.
And last time out took,
I guess, 6-0 run there for the Eagles. St. Anthony working it around the perimeter. Walk has it left wing. Now has picked up his dribble. Finds Haney in the corner. Three on the way. Off the rim. No good. Rebound's tapped around. It's still loose. And finally McWhorter picks it up. And he's on the run. Takes it all the way with the right hand. Shot no good. But a foul on the shot. And a couple of free throws coming for McWhorter.
I think Walk might have got him.
McWhorter might have initiated the contact a little bit, but the official goes with the foul.
Connor Walk's second foul. Bulldogs have 4. You know, the thing that I've noticed is not much out of Dust offensively for the last several minutes. And maybe the Bulldogs' second half will look to get him fired up here.
Walsh back into the game for Walk as the first free throw was good for Jace McWhorter. The second one's around and out, no good. Dust another rebound, but it's 25-17 with 20 seconds to play in the half, and I'm pretty sure St. Anthony will go for the last one here.
That's 8 rebounds for Dust, by the way.
I knew it was a bunch to go with his 8 points. St. Anthony works it around the perimeter. Now Webb has it. Skip pass to Haney right side. Baseline Dust. Turnaround jumper with 7 on the clock is around and good.
Boy, do I know what I'm talking about.
Dust with 10. Now Haney steals the inbound. Puts up a 15-footer from the baseline. No good as the first half comes to a close. But a pretty entertaining half of action as St. Anthony has the 27-17 lead here at the 85th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. And you're listening to it on 97.9 XFM.
Did you know the Jansen's Auto Sales?
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour. With an expanded service department, our new Express Lube, and a huge lineup from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Geckner Brothers continues to build on the service and trust we've earned since 1937. Visit us.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun.
Cold outside? At McMahon Meats, we have a convenient drive-up window so you can stay in your warm car while we do the shopping. Call ahead at 217-813-6054. Good luck, area teams, in the tournament.
For the football game on February 2nd, the Brass Rail Lounge will have the game on our 9 flat-screen TVs, and we'll be serving up our delicious food and ice-cold beer. Bring your friends and enjoy our relaxed environment. If you're hosting a party at home, we have you covered there, too. Sunday only, we're offering boneless wings for $6.49 a dozen, or our traditional bone-in wings for $8.49 a dozen. Garlic Parmesan, barbecue, hot, or my personal favorite, sweet chili wings from Niemer's.
So delicious, always special, Niemer's Steakhouse.
This is the Compass Advisory Group Halftime Show. For all of your insurance needs, contact Corey McDaniel at 347-9697.
And we welcome you back to the 85th edition of the National Trail Conference Tournament. And this quarterfinal matchup between the number 1 and the number 8 seed. It is St. Anthony leading St. Elmo Brownstown 27-17. And that's a pretty good example of how close we think this tournament's going to be and how competitive it's going to be throughout the week, as we have a good one coming up for you as well, we think, between Neoga and North Clay. Some really good, athletic, hard-working teams that'll battle each other in the nightcap. But we've got a good battle here. St. Anthony opened up the scoring. They led 2-0. Then St. Elmo Brownstown tied them at 2. And then St. Anthony scored, made it 4-2. And then St. Elmo Brownstown knocked down a 3 for their only lead of the ball game when they led 5-4. St. Anthony took the lead back early in the first quarter and haven't looked back since then as far as building the lead. But they did build it up to 15 points, but credit the Eagles. They didn't give up. They come back in the second quarter and made it a 10-point game here at half. Jacob Dusk leads all scorers with his 1,002 points in his career. He has 10 points here in this contest. Jack Haney has 7, Aaron Webb with 4, Caden Fearday 2, and Connor Walk with 2. Caden Walsh and Eli Moore have all played in the game, as well as Jack Elder for St. Anthony. On the other side of the ledger, 5 points for Gavin Smith and 5 for Jacob Barron, 4 points for Bryton Pruitt, 2 for Andy Goldsboro, and a free throw for Jason McWhorter, and that's their total of 17 here at the half, as Caden Tisch and Jackson Tisch have both played in the ball game, as has Alex Higgs in the first half of action for the St. Elmo Brownstown Eagles. In your score at halftime, 27-17. Greg, look at stats and more halftime information coming up here from the National Trail Conference Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever, Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams, in the tournament.
FDIC.
We are back at Altamont Community High School, home of the 85th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament at halftime. St. Anthony 27, St. Elmo Brownstown 17. It was 12-7 after a quarter. St. Anthony outscored the Eagles 15-10 in the second period. St. Anthony 42% from the field in the first half, 6 of 14 in the first quarter, 7 of 17 in the second quarter, so 13 of 31 at halftime for 42%. They've missed all 6 of their threes. We've had 1 made 3 in this game between the two teams. St. Anthony, besides 13 of 31 from the field, 1 for 3 from the line, 6 turnovers, 3 each quarter, 15 rebounds, 8 in the second quarter. St. Elmo Brownstown 7 of 19. That's 37% from the field in the first half. 3 of 7 in the first quarter, and then 4 out of 12 in the second quarter. So 7 of 19 for 37%. They tried 6 threes, and they made 1. Eagles are 2 for 4 from the line. 12 turnovers a problem. They did cut them down from 8 to 4 in the second quarter, and the Eagles have 12 boards, so St. Anthony with 15 to 12 rebound edge. Individually, for St. Anthony, Jack Haney is 3 for 9 from the field for his 6 points, has 3 rebounds and a foul. Aaron Webb, 2 for 4 from the field, 1 for 1 from the line for his 5 points. Jacob Dust is 5 for 9 from the field for his 10 points, missed a couple of foul shots, has 8 rebounds to go those 10 points, and he has a foul. Caden Feardays 2 for 3 from the field for 4 points with 3 rebounds. Kenan Walsh missed 3 shots. Connor Walk 1 for 3 for 2 points with a rebound and 2 fouls. Eli Moore and Jack Elder got to play. 12 and 15 for the Bulldogs, 27 points here at halftime. For St. Elmo Brownstown, Andy Goldsboro 1 for 5 from the field for his 2 points with 4 rebounds. Brighton Pruitt 2 for 2 from the field for his 4 points. Jacob Barron is 2 for 3 from the field, 1 for 2 from the line for his 5 points with a foul and a rebound. Gavin Smith 2 for 4 from the field, has 5 points with a foul and 2 boards. Jace McWhorter 0 for 4 from the field, 1 for 2 from the line for 1 point with 3 rebounds and a foul. Caden Tisch has a rebound. Jackson Tisch 0 for 1 from the field with a foul and a rebound. Quarters for SEB 7 and 10 for their 17 points. So at the half, St. Anthony 27, St. Elmo Brownstown 17. Thanks to those of you who are watching our live video stream. Thanks for letting us know. Feel free to let us know where you're at. That's bad grammar, but it got the point across. So let us know. We love to hear from you, and we'd like to share where you're viewing. So thanks to those of you who already checked in. Let's take a break. Halftime at St. Anthony 27, St. Elmo Brownstown 17. We're at the 85th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament at Altamont on 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue at Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located south Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Your home for the 85th Annual NTC Tournament. On air and online at 979xfm.com.
Annual National Trail Conference Tournament, where the teams have been summoned back to their benches as we get set for the second half of action, as St. Elmo Brownstown and St. Anthony are duking it out for the chance to move into the late game on Thursday night, as the loser will play the early game Thursday night. So, well, not the early game technically, because there'll be that 5 o'clock game on Thursday evening as well. That's the night of the triple header, as it's CHBC is going to wait on tomorrow night's loser of the first game between Altamont and Windsor Stew Straws. They will play at 5 o'clock Thursday. And then the loser of this contest plays at 6:15, with the winners playing at approximately 7:45 on Thursday night. Of course, tonight we still have North Clay and Neoga to come, and then Wednesday's games, as we mentioned, Altamont and Windsor Stew Straws, the 2-7 matchup. And then the nightcap is the 3-6 contest between old rivals Dietrich and South Central. And that 3-6 game usually gets pretty interesting as well.
Father Zach Edgar watching and listening from Quincy. Says congrats to Jacob on 1,000 points. Greg and Matt are sounding great. Thank you, Father. I hope you're singing somewhere. And Tyler Repking says he has a friend he went to Lakeland with listening in the Bahamas and is watching live streaming. So send some warm-up, will you, brother?
It's St. Anthony ball to start the second half of action as they work it around the perimeter against an SEB zone. They're playing the 2-3. Webb has it on the left side, sends it in the corner to Fearday. Fearday steps to the baseline, gets all the way inside, puts up a shot, no good. And the rebound is to Jacob Dust, and he sticks it up and in.
Number 9 rebound to go with his 12 points.
He might have went over the back, but it was over the back of Fearday to get to the ball. So, teammates, that doesn't matter.
Yep.
Fearday thought he was fouled, and he probably was. Meanwhile, SEB brings the ball up court. They get it to McWhorter. Right side jumper on the lane, no good. Rebound, St. Anthony. They'll push it up court, leave it with Walsh. Walsh circles the perimeter and hands it to Fearday. Fearday to Haney at the top of the key. Looked inside, nothing doing. Got it to Walsh in the right corner to Fearday. Now left wing Webb. 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. 29-17 in favor of St. Anthony as they work the ball around the perimeter against the Eagles defense. Walsh circles it from the right side, brings it all the way to the left wing, sends it to Fearday. Now left corner to Walsh. Into the posting Dust. He splits defenders, puts the shot up and in.
And he had Barron right with him, and then I think it was Smith came over to help, and he still got that shot up and in.
Eagles working the ball up against the full court man-to-man. Pruitt crosses the timeline. They trail now 31-17 as the first couple of baskets have belonged to the Bulldogs. Barron holding it out top, leaves it with with Goldsboro, who got it to the cutter, McWhorter. McWhorter that was then bumped and hit the floor, and the foul's called against the Bulldogs.
Right, there was a reason for that bump. Jacob Dust picks up his second foul. First foul on either team in the half.
So Bryton Pruitt will have the honors of inbounding from under his basket. He's still looking. Got to get it in somewhere. Lobs it to Barron. Barron into the lane, double team, sends it out to McWhorter. Top of the key three, off the mark. Rebound taken by Dust. Dust, outlet to Walsh, pushes it ahead to Webb. Webb drives in. Shot was blocked, but contact made underneath, and Webb's going to head to the line for a couple.
I think McWhorter got him. Let's double check. Yeah, Jim Fisher and me agree. Second foul on McWhorter, first on the Eagles this half.
6:14 to play in the third quarter. Webb at the line. First one's up, no good.
We got both of Aaron's brothers sitting down there to my right, so if he gets out of line, I know who to ask.
Webb takes a few dribbles, puts this free throw up, and it's good. So he went 1 of 2 at the line. Aaron has 5 now in the contest, and it's 32-17, 15-point edge, matching the largest for the Bulldogs. McWhorter having some trouble at the timeline. He's double teamed, ball knocked loose again, but he got it back. Sends it to Smith, who bounces it to Pruitt, left wing. Pruitt tried to go out top to McWhorter. Did Haney get a hand on it? No. That pass is just out of bounds, and it goes to the Bulldogs on the first turnover for the Eagles this quarter.
They have cut them down. They had 8 that first quarter, and that put them in such a bad spot, but only 4 the second quarter, and that's first one this period.
6 minutes left in the third quarter as the Bulldogs work it to Fearday off the inbound. They send it over to Walsh. Walsh, Fearday, corner on the left side. Skip pass to the right wing to Webb. They get it top of the key to Walsh. Spot the lane to the basket. Drives in. Shot is no good. Rebound taken down by Barron. He hands it to Smith, and Coach Fiesel's mad that his club didn't push the pace. Smith got it across the timeline, left it with Pruitt. Pruitt spins from the perimeter, now moves to the right wing, leaves it with McWhorter, who fires a deep three, and it's off the back of the rim, no good.
Greg's got his palms up there. Why'd we shoot that?
Dust, outlet to Webb. Webb drives the right side, sticks it up and in. Aaron Webb has his 7th point, and SEB brings it to the timeline. But they trail now 34-17 as the Bulldogs have doubled them up. Now Coach Fiesel and the Eagles want a timeout. With 3 minutes gone in the third quarter, it'll be a 60-second break, and we'll take one as well. St. Anthony 34 and St. Elmo Brownstown 17. NTC action on 97.9 XFM.
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour. With an expanded service department, our new Express Lube, and a huge lineup from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Geckner Brothers continues to build on the service and trust we've earned since 1937. Visit us online at GecknerBros.net. Your home for the 85th Annual NTC Tournament. On air and online at 979xfm.com.
It's a pleasure to serve you, and good luck to all the area teams.
3 minutes gone in the third quarter, and St. Elmo Brownstown did not need the scoring drought that they're under to start this period. And part of the problem, too, is some easy opportunities on some runouts for the Bulldogs has allowed them to extend the lead to 34-17.
It's the same way the second quarter started.
Eagles get the ball inbounded from the sideline. They work it around the perimeter, and they have it in the hands of Jackson Tisch. He takes the left baseline, got the ball knocked loose, but he gets it back, hands it to Barron. Shot from 12, no good. Rebound Goldsboro, put back miss. Pruitt has this rebound. They get it to Smith. Open three, good. Gavin Smith connects. He's hit a couple of threes today, and it's 34-20.
He has the honors of the only kid who's made a three in the game.
That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure.
1 for 12 between the two teams from outs in the first half.
St. Anthony works it around the perimeter to Fearday, left side. Sends it over to Walsh. Walsh circles, hands it off to Webb. Way out on the left wing, now in the corner to Walsh, inside to Haney. He dives towards the hoop, muscles up a shot, no good. Dust got the rebound. He'll put it in as he's fouled. Jacob Dust will head to the line to try to convert the three-point play as he was hit on the shot by Barrett.
That's 12 boards for Dust. And how many points? 16 points.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good night. And we're still halfway through the third quarter.
And the free throw is up, and it's nothing but net. He has 17 now in the ball game as he went over the 1,000-point mark in his career earlier in the contest.
Just in case you're keeping score at home, that was Jacob Barron's second foul, 2 on the Eagles in the half.
Halfway through the third quarter, Eagles push it up court. Smith with it, top of the key. Looks into Barron, posting up. Double teamed out to Pruitt. Pruitt fakes a three, now steps to the baseline. Again to Barron, posting up on Dust. Now kicks it over to Goldsboro on the left wing. Goldsboro moves into the lane, jump stop, forces up a shot, but before the shot, a foul is whistled against St. Anthony.
5-2 or 2-5, I'll bet it is, at the Fearday. His first foul. That's just 2 on St. Anthony in the half.
Eli Moore, the 6'1 junior, checks into the ball game. He replaces Walsh. Meanwhile, they try to get the ball into Goldsboro. He can't handle the pass. It's batted around and finally picked up by Moore. Second turnover, thank you, Greg, in the quarter for the Eagles. As St. Anthony slows things down, they get it to Haney right side, lob into Dust. Dust muscles up. Shot was blocked by Barron. Dust got his own rebound, puts this one up. It's no good. Tisch and Barron both in the vicinity, and we'll sort it out.
13th rebound for Dust. Barron picks up his third foul. Man, that's 2 fouls and 2 trips for Jacob.
And speaking of Jacob Dust goes to the line. Free throw up and good. I guess if you want your kid to have some size, maybe name him Jacob.
Yeah. Of course, remember, Jacob Dust got 2 C's.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
You got your 2C Jacob and your 1C Jacob.
Meanwhile, substitution for St. Anthony after the first free throw was good for Jacob Dust. And Elder is in the ball game. That free throw off the mark for Dust. Rebounds tracked down in the corner by Smith for SEB. He brings it up court, gets it to Goldsboro in the center circle. He's working on Elder as St. Anthony's in the man-to-man. Pruitt catches it on the left wing, looking inside, trying to get it to Goldsboro. It was knocked loose, but Andy gets it back, finds Barron, who leans in. A blocking foul whistled on the floor before the shot, and it'll be out of bounds to St. Elmo Brownstown, but Barron's trying to convince him he was shooting.
Barron was going to the hole, and Jacob Dust got in the way. His third foul.
Inbounds, goes to Goldsboro. He sends it out top to Smith, who made a tough catch. He leaves it with Pruitt, who circles it around from the left side to the right side, and he's bumped by Haney.
Well, lots of fouls all of a sudden here, and we haven't had hardly any in the game. That's Jack Haney's second. St. Anthony still just 4, and only 3 on the Eagles in the half.
So Fearday comes into the ball game to replace Dust. Now lob inside to Goldsboro after Smith caught the inbounds pass from the sideline in the corner. And they got it inside to Andy Goldsboro, who sticks it up and in.
What a shock. Dust's not in there. Let's take the ball inside.
Didn't take a second for the Eagles to figure that out.
Nope.
Haney just dribbling the ball out top, looking over the zone. Now gets it on the side to Walk. Walk circles the perimeter on the left side, leaves it with Moore. Back in the corner to Walk. Skip pass to Haney right side. Haney bounces the baseline to Elder. Back out to Haney. 2:20 on the clock as Walk catches on the right wing. Tried to hook a pass inside to Elder. Eventually it made it there after it was tipped. and Elder got it out of trouble with a pass to Moore. Out top to Fearday for three, no good, and Barron has the rebound. Quick outlet to Jackson Tisch. He tries to push it up court, but great hands and hustle by Fearday to get back and knock it loose, and forces the third turnover of the quarter against the Eagles. He hands it off to Haney, who's on the right side. Now in the corner to Walk. Back to Haney. They circle it left side. Two more. Back to Haney again, just off to the right side of the top of the key.
Well, Fearday and Elder are working hard inside, but they're just not dust.
Walk moves to the top of moves to the free throw line that was Moore. Moore left it with Walk. Walk out to Haney. Now baseline to Fearday, and Caden Fearday connects.
If you can't take it to the hole, little baseline jumper is pretty good.
That's not a bad shot. Fearday connected. He has 4 in the ball game, makes it 40-22, an 18-point lead for St. Anthony. Eagles bounce a baseline to Tisch. That's Jackson on the dribble. Tried to pass it into Barron. Lots of Bulldog hands knocked that one out of bounds.
5 points for the Eagles in the third quarter, Matt. That's a problem.
Minute 16 to play in the period as Pruitt's trying to get the ball inbounded. Smith pops open underneath the basket. Shot off the glass is good. Nice little backdoor cut for Smith, and he's in double figures with 10. Makes it 40-24 with a 1:05 to play in the third period. Haney handles on the right wing, flips it to Connor Walk, who circles it to the top of the key to Moore. Eli brings it to the right side. Now has picked up his dribble, looks out top for Walk. Walk to the free throw line, out to Moore. Moore drives from the right wing into the lane. Jump stop, and shot is good. Eli Moore's first 2 points of the ball game makes it 42-24.
6 kids who scored for St. Anthony.
40 seconds on the third quarter clock as Goldsboro got it across the timeline to Smith on the left wing. Guarded closely by Haney. Now Smith has picked up his dribble, needs some help, and Pruitt to the rescue out top. Pruitt from the center circle with 25 seconds to play in the period. Bounces it for Barron, but in order to get the passing angle, he drug the pivot foot, and a turnover. St. Elmo Brownstown's fourth will give it to the Bulldogs as Barron and Pruitt will check out. And Alex Higgs is in the ball game.
And Jace McWhorter returns.
Thank you. Fearday bounces it into Haney. Still a zone defense for the Eagles, a 2-3. Smith is going to come out and at least make Haney do something. Haney does pass it over on the side to Moore. Back out to Haney, over to Walk. Skip pass, read by Higgs. He knocks it away, but couldn't quite get to it in time to keep it from going out of bounds. With 7.4 seconds left, it'll be Bulldog ball right in front of their bench along the sideline. Inbounds goes to Haney on the right wing. 6 seconds on the clock. He moves to the top of the key. Double team. Made a great pass to Elder on the baseline. Jumper from 10 rattles home as the quarter comes to a close. Jack Elder's first 2 points gives St. Anthony their biggest lead of the night of 20. 44-24 as we head to the final period of action in the first game of 2 tonight from the National Trail Conference Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Manicures.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for over 40 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
The Effingham area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air and online at 979xfm.com.
All right, third quarter, St. Anthony really upped their ante. 7 out of 12 that third quarter. That's great shooting. 3 for 5 from the line. They were 0 for 1 on 3. They still haven't made a 3 tonight. St. Elmo Brownstown, 3 of 8. That's easy. That's 38%. They didn't go to the line. 4 turnovers, 5 rebounds, and 1 for 3 on 3.
And a quick turnover to start the fourth quarter as McWhorter zigged when Pruitt thought he was going to zag, and the ball just sailed out of bounds. So 44-24 the score. St. Anthony looking to add to it now as they'll try to take advantage of that miscue. They work the ball around the perimeter. Walk has it right side. skip pass to Moore, who drives the baseline, bumps into by Jackson Tisch, and the whistle and a foul.
Fourth foul would be out of bounds. Jackson Tisch's second foul.
Lots of folks filing into the gymnasium to watch the conclusion of this one and catch the next one between Neoga and North Clay. Meanwhile, St. Anthony works the inbounds from underneath, out top. They have it with Moore. Moore works it on the left wing to Webb. Webb tries to penetrate, and he's fouled.
Well, Eagles understand they need the ball. First foul on Brighton Pruitt. That's 5, so still a common foul, Matt.
This inbounds from the baseline goes opposite corner for 3 for Walk. It's no good. Rebound secured by Barron. He gets it to Goldsboro, who pushes it up court to McWhorter. He knifes into the lane, draws a crowd, flips up a shot. It's no good. Barron, an offensive rebound. He's being held as he tries to go back up. A lot of candidates for the foul. We'll have to sort it out.
Tim Eddy says, how about 3-5? So Connor Walk picks up his third foul. That's 5 on the Bulldogs this half. Each team sitting on 5 fouls.
7:17 on the clock as Barron's first free throw is up and good. Jacob Barron was 6 in the contest.
And what's a delay in the game without a change of players?
Haney back into the ball game for St. Anthony. Jackson Tisch sat down for St. Elmo Brownstown.
Connor Walk sat down for St. Anthony.
And Gavin Smith, I believe, is back in. Meanwhile, Barron hits that free throw. And we'll have another sub.
Yeah, Walsh is back, and someone sat down.
Okay. Haney firing Walsh on the right side.
I'm sure about that. Someone sat down.
They're still playing catch as Haney's down in the corner with it. Now gets it to Walsh across the way to Moore. Moore from the left wing skips it to Haney. Haney, a skip pass over to Walsh. Back out top to Moore. Back to Walsh, left corner. Look inside for Dust. Quick move. Shot is good as he's fouled. Boy, Dust just exploded to the hoop when he caught it there on the left side and got the bucket and earns the trip to the line.
Fourth foul on Jacob Barron. Man, all of a sudden he's picking them up right and left. That is 6, so the next one will put St. Anthony in the bonuses if they needed any other help.
Jackson Tisch in to replace Barron with 6:53 to play in the contest. Meanwhile, Dust with 20 points at the line, and you can make it 21 as he hits that charity shot.
So that's 1,015 points.
And counting.
Yeah.
6:45 to play in the fourth quarter as Smith is just dribbling in the center circle. Now has picked up his dribble, needs some help, looking for a cutter. Man-to-man's good for St. Anthony, but they finally do get it to Pruitt ahead of a 5 count. Now Smith comes to get it back on the wing, sends it over to Tisch. Jackson's 3 rattles around and popped out, no good.
And I thought that looked great.
St. Anthony with the rebound. Oh, nice look from Walsh to Fearday, who cuts to the lane and slips in from the left side. He has 6 and makes it 49-26.
They've been using more on the other side of the floor on that play, and it's working.
So with 6:12 to play, Goldsboro on the dribble on the right wing, gets into the lane. Runner in the paint is off the mark. Here comes the rebound for Eli Moore, and the Bulldogs push it straight up the court. Moore now to Haney on the left side, baseline to Walsh, back out to Haney. Haney holds high, now dribbles to the top of the key where he looks in the lane. There's Fearday. Turnaround jumper from 12, no good. But guess what? Dust has a rebound, and as he tries to put it up, he's fouled.
And it's not on Barron because he's out, but he's going to come back in. That foul's on Andy Goldsboro. Believe it or not, that's his first foul. But that is enough to put St. Anthony in the 1-1, Matt.
And the free throw is up and no good. Dust was in the act of shooting there, so he'll get another one as Goldsboro has a seat for SEB, and Jacob Barron replaces him. 5:51 to play in this one. North Clay and Neoga coming up in that 4-5 matchup. That'll be your nightcap tonight here from the NTC tournament. Dust's free throw is good. Extends the lead to 24 as St. Anthony just kind of keeps methodically extending their advantage. Now here's a steal out top. Fearday got into the passing lane, knocked it loose, pushes for the layup, and he scores. Caden Fearday with 8 in the ball game, and St. Elmo Brownstown's going to take their final time out of the contest with 5:33 to play in the contest. It's 52-26 in favor of St. Anthony over St. Elmo Brownstown on 97.9 XFM.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever, Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Member FDIC.
The Effingham area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air and online at 979xfm.com. Your home for the 85th Annual NTC Tournament. On air and online at 979xfm.com.
Well, Mike Kirchhoff, he knows the way to Altamont. He and his bride Lynn live up in Ottawa, Illinois now. They're watching the NTC, so hi, Kirchhoffs.
5:33 to play in the contest. St. Elmo Brownstown trails St. Anthony 52-26 as the Bulldogs have them doubled up here. Eagles bring it across the timeline. That's been because the Eagles haven't been fighting in this game. They played a hard game. Pruitt handling out on the right side. Now brings it to the center circle, working on Walsh. Walsh staying in that tight man-to-man. Pruitt gets it to Goldsboro. Now they send it back to Pruitt on the left wing. Lob into the side for Barron. Out top to Tisch. Jackson's three on the way. No good. Rebound secured by Walsh. He'll bring it up toward himself. Just under 5 minutes to play as the Bulldogs work it to Moore in the corner. Inside to Haney. Haney looks for the cutter. That was Walsh. Walsh, a nice dish down to Dust. First shot no good, but he got the second, and he got bumped from behind, and that might be it for Jacob Barron.
It's him, and that is all. Picked up 4 fouls in the second half.
So with 4:44 to play in the fourth, 54-26 now the score, as the lead is extended to 28, and now Jace McCorder will check in for Barron with those 5 fouls. St. Anthony made a substitution as well, as they sent back into the ballgame Connor Walk. I believe he replaced Moore.
7 points and 5 rebounds for Jacob Barron tonight.
Free throw up and good for Dust. So that's his
25th point.
And he checks out as Grant Nuxall will see his first action. The 6'4" junior checks into the ball game, and Dust is most likely out for the rest of the night with those 25.
25 points and 15 rebounds. They'll usually let you play some.
St. Elmo Brownstown works the offense in the corner. They get a three from Jackson Tisch. No good. Rebound McWhorter. He clears it to Pruitt. Pruitt's going to reset the offense for the Eagles. He tries to, that is. Walsh knocks it loose. They go to the floor. Possession arrow will give it to the Bulldogs, I believe.
Change for St. Anthony. Ty Weedman checks in, the junior. And I think we're going to have more changes.
Jackson Tisch has a seat for St. Elmo Brownstown. They run back into the ball game. Caden Tisch.
So Walsh, Nuxall, Walk, Elder, and Weedman out there for St. Anthony.
St. Elmo Brownstown picks up in the man-to-man. No, I think they're still in the zone. They're just chasing a little more. Nope, it is the man-to-man. Meanwhile, baseline, Elder, he tried to get it to the cutter. The ball was knocked loose. Walk was down there battling a couple of Eagles, and the possession arrow this time will send it the other way.
They're trying to get Walk off the floor there. He's all right.
So a turnover there for the Bulldogs.
That is their first turnover of the second half.
55-26, the 29-point edge for St. Anthony. Goldsboro holds it out top, working on Elder, tries to get in the lane, got tripped up, and there's a foul.
Elder got him, I think. Yeah, Kirkhacker agrees. That is the first foul on Jack Elder tonight. That is still just 6 on the Bulldogs.
Even though Kirkhacker was trying to send him to the line, everyone else said, no, it's only 6. Now Pruitt tries to get the inbound. Elder knocks it loose. They were trying to find Goldsboro in the corner, and so now the Eagles will have to inbounds from deep in the corner instead of the baseline. Pruitt again will have the honors. Inbounds, goes into backcourt. Can Tisch get there in time? Nope, it goes out of bounds. And it will be St. Anthony ball on the Eagles turnover.
Their third of the quarter, their 7th of the half, their 19th of the game.
And since nobody touched it, we have to bring it all the way back down here to inbound again for St. Anthony.
Jim Fisher, being an intelligent fella, stayed down here.
Here's Walsh working it up court, matched up with Pruitt. Now hands it off to Walk. Walk spots the cutter Nuxall. Now back to Walsh. He slips and falls down, but safely got it to Walk somehow. Connor from the top of the key. Now has picked up his dribble over on the right side, finds Nuxall. Nuxall moves through the lane, leaves it with Weedman on the left wing. Now they get it back out top. Walsh backing in. Jump stop on the left side. Shot up, a little strong. Rebound Elder. Put back is blocked, and a jump ball is the call as Goldsboro tied up Elder when he was trying to put the shot up, and the possession arrow keeps it with the Bulldogs. 3:09 to play, 55-26. St. Anthony looking to get it in, still looking. Walsh flips it all the way out top to Elder. Elder sends it on the right side to Weedman. Ty puts the dribble down. Now gets it out top to Walsh. He'll drive the left baseline. Wanted to get it to Elder. It's knocked loose by St. Elmo Brownstown, but they could never get a hold of it. It goes out of bounds and stays with St. Anthony.
Even more Bulldogs come in.
Well, it looks like Eli Moore is back for Walk. And we got a couple of new faces to let you know about. Mick Willenberg's in there, number 51.
And Seth Hutsey, number 43.
He's a 6'6 junior. Inbounds, goes to Nuxall, inside to Hutsey, turns, post up, shot a little strong. Rebound tipped around, Nuxall has it, puts that up, no good. This rebound taken by Eli Moore, and he's going to reset the offense for St. Anthony as he brings it out top. 55-26 the score as Moore works it to the right side. There's a backdoor cutting Nuxall. Nice pass across the lane. Shot up and no good, though, for Seth Hutsey. But a rebound is finally controlled by Grant Nuxall, and he'll stick it up and in. And that's a 31-point lead for St. Anthony, and that'll trigger the continuous clock for the remainder of this contest. 2:20 on the clock. Here's McWhorter loading up for a three on the left wing for St. Anthony. No good, and Weedman has the rebound.
And the Eagles still don't have a basket in this fourth quarter, Matt.
Weedman brought it up court, left it out top to Moore. Moore hands it off. Circling the perimeter out there is Willenberg. Willenberg got it to Nuxall, and Nuxall got bumped.
Goldsboro got him. His second, and both teams are in the bonus now.
David Stein, 5'4 junior, jumps off the bench for St. Anthony, as well as Alex Higgs. And had one more player slip in there. Looks to be number 10, Ian Forbes will come in for the Eagles as Goldsboro, Smith, and Pruitt sit down. Meanwhile, Eli Moore has a seat.
Mr. James Schutte has checked into the ball game for St. Anthony. Number 15.
That's a traditional Schutte number, if memory serves. Meanwhile, the free throw is up and no good for Nuxall. Rebound taken down by Tisch and the Eagles. Caden brings it up court, quickly launches a three. It's off the heel of the rim, no good. And 21 rebounds. That's Ty Weedman. He gets it across the timeline for St. Anthony with 1:05 on the clock. He'll hand it off to Schutte. Schutte works to the right wing, and he's bumped out there by Higgs. And Schutte will go to the free throw line with 1 minute on the clock, and it continues to run.
You know, it's Alex Higgs' first foul.
So James Schutte with the double bonus has a couple of free throw opportunities. And the first one is up. Off the side of the rim, no good. We'll try again as we have another substitution. Caleb Campbell, 6-foot freshman, into the ball game. He replaces Jace McWhorter. Free throw up this time for Schutte. Rattles around and falls off. No good. Rebound taken down by the Eagles, and Forbes clears it to Stein. 23 seconds on the clock as Stein works to the right side. Now to the top of the key. They swing it in the corner. And Tisch takes the baseline. Runner is good. Caden Tisch's first 2 points. Makes it 57-28. 10 seconds left. Weedman crosses the timeline, and that'll probably be about it. He throws it to Nuxall, and yes, indeed, that'll do it. It was a 57-28 victory here for St. Anthony as they methodically pulled away from the St. Elmo Brownstown Eagles in this matchup. So St. Anthony will play Thursday night against the winner of the next game, either North Clay or Neoga. And St. Elmo Brownstown will play the loser of that contest as well on Thursday evening. We'll come back and wrap this one up with some post-game stats. We'll chat with the coaches and get you set for the next one here from the 85th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams in the tournament.
Brown's Drugstore at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located south Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Effingham Express Care is there for all your urgent care needs. They're open 7 days a week and no appointment is needed for all injuries and illnesses. Plus, they have on-site x-ray. And they accept all major insurance and offer a self-pay discount. For more information, visit centralillinoisurgentcare.com. Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour. Your home for the 85th Annual NTC Tournament. On air and online at 979xfm.com.
And we welcome you back to Altamont High School, where the Altamont Pep Band is entertaining this big crowd as St. Anthony won the first of 2 games tonight as they defeated the St. Elmo Brownstown Eagles by a score of 57-28, as St. Anthony put together quarters of 12, 15, 17, and 13 for their total of 57. They led by as many as 31 in this ball game, and they won by 29. St. Anthony was led in scoring tonight by Jacob Dust, who finished with 25 points. He crossed over the 1,000-point threshold in the first quarter of action in this ball game as he scored his 6th point of the ball game tonight. That put him at an even 1,000 on his career, and since then, he's obviously added to it as he'll look to do that quite some more for the St. Anthony team throughout the remainder of the season. Caden Fearday also finished in double figures with 10 points. Jack Haney and Aaron Webb each had 7 points. And then 2 points apiece for Connor Walk, Eli Moore, Jack Elder, and Grant Nuxall, as everybody who made the trip, I do believe, got to take the court for St. Anthony that was in uniform, as Kenan Walsh, Seth Hutsey, James Schutte, Ty Weedman, and Mick Willenberg all played in the contest for St. Anthony. For Greg Fiesel's ball club, the St. Elmo Eagles put together 28 points with quarters of 7, 10, 7, and 4, as they were led by Gavin Smith, 10 points. Jacob Barron had 7 before fouling out. Andy Goldsboro and Brighton Pruitt each scored 4 points apiece. Caden Tisch finished with 2, and Jace McWhorter had a free throw for his point in the contest, as Jackson Tisch, Ian Forbes, Caleb Campbell, Alex Higgs, David Stein, they all played in the contest as well for the Eagles, who took the loss. They are now 13-8 on the season, and again, they will play the loser of this next game in the middle game on Thursday, as North Clay and Neoga are getting set to square off. The winner plays St. Anthony in the semifinal. The loser plays SEB in the consolation bracket semifinal. Again, both of those games will be Thursday night. Greg's working on some stats. We'll see if we can track down a coach or two and get you set for the next one between North Clay and Neoga here from the NTC tournament on 97.9 XFM.
With an expanded service department, our new Express Lube, and a huge lineup from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Geckner Brothers continues to build on the service and trust we've earned since 1937. Visit us online at gecknerbros.net.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun.
Cold outside? At McMahon Meats, we have a convenient drive-up window so you can stay in your warm car while we do the shopping. Call ahead at 217-813-6054. Good luck, area teams, in the tournament.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for over 40 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Back to the National Trail Conference tournament here in between games. It's a victory in the opener for St. Anthony as they defeat St. Elmo Brownstown again 57-28. Greg's going to go get some pregame information for the next one, so I'll give the stats from this one. Team-wise, St. Anthony was 25 of 55 from the field at 45%, 7 of 14 at the free throw line for 50%, and 0 of 8 from beyond the arc in this one. That's unusual to see that type of a situation where a team wins a ball game without making a three anymore. Also, for St. Elmo Brownstown, they were 11 of 35 for 31%, 4 of 6 at the free throw line at 25%, and 2 of 14 for 14% from three-point range. St. Anthony out-rebounded St. Elmo Brownstown 29-22, but a big difference in the ball game was the turnover battle. St. Elmo Brownstown had 22 of them in this contest compared to just 7 for St. Anthony. As Greg Fiesel has made his way up to the booth, and he's going to slip on the headsets for us after the contest. And Greg, your club came out and played hard and really stepped up to the challenge early, but it was just the St. Anthony team that pulled away throughout the second half.
Yeah, there's just no answer for Jacob Dust in that middle. I think we had answers for everybody else. We had them wondering, how to do, whether they're going to shoot it or not, but we just couldn't keep it out of his hands, even what size we had. So I don't know. There's a lot of things that we can do better. We didn't shoot the ball very well, but I thought honestly defensively I didn't think we did too bad.
No, honestly, that's a very good point. I mean, the game got away from you a little bit late, but still you held the St. Anthony team to 57 points. They averaged a lot more than that and really kept their shooting percentage down a little bit as well with the good challenging defense.
Yeah, we just, that we had a little late run there the last 3 minutes of the second quarter. Got us within 10, and we just turned the ball over, and that's due to their pressure. They're going to press you hard and all that, but I thought what we thought would happen did. We just didn't make shots. Honestly, we make some shots. I think we had things the way we wanted them on the defensive end, but it's hard to stop Dust inside.
It certainly is. He has earned every accolade that he has received, and the thing that I like about him is he doesn't really, it's all within the rhythm of the game and what happens, and he battles hard for boards too.
Oh yeah, there's no, yeah, he's a nice, really, really nice player. I've liked him since I've ever seen him the first time, but I thought my Jacob did some things against him that that I figured he would do. I mean, we had a nice move right here in the third quarter. Pretty powerful move. But, we can only do that so many times, and finally we got to do something else. But I don't know. The kid's a little disappointed, but as a coach, you walk away and look at some things, where this game would have been 2 or 3 weeks ago, the way we were playing, we'd have probably been beat by 30 in the first half, and we were only down 10 at half. So, I don't know. We got to worry about Thursday now.
And that's what you always look for is growth within the season as well. And now, like you say, you bounce back after a practice tomorrow night, get ready to go Thursday, and no matter who it's against, it's going to be against a tough opponent.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier now. I mean, these two teams right here are a handful, and but we'll be here. I didn't mind this challenge tonight. We've had it many a times, and we don't back down from anything, but sometimes we don't come out the way we want. But I thought the kids learned a lot here tonight, but right now our guard play is not good enough to handle that kind of pressure all night long. It'll handle it for a while, but not all night long.
But you mentioned that learning experience, a valuable lesson here in these games, and that'll hopefully get you ready for the big tournament at the end of the season and postseason play.
Kind of where we were last year, right here. Same game, same team, come through here, and we just started progressing, getting better, and won a regional title out of it. So I don't know. We'll take that if that's what happens, but we got a long ways to go first, so I don't know.
That's Coach Greg Fiesel, nice enough to join us after the ball game. Always appreciate that, Greg, and good luck to you and your Eagles as he slides the headsets off. Cody Rinker is making his way to the booth as well, as he's nice enough to spend some time with us as we're between games here, as St. Anthony picked up the 57-28 victory over the St. Elmo Brownstown Eagles. And when people look at the final score, I think they'll say, oh, well, ho-hum, an easy win. But that was a different story for this game for the most part.
Absolutely. I mean, anytime you play a Greg Fiesel coach team, you know they're going to play hard. They're going to try to do things the right way. They're going to compete. And that's what they did for the first quarter, first half for sure. You know, eventually our size and our length and our speed kind of won throughout there. But, you know, got to tip your hats to them. They didn't really ever show it. You know, they continued to battle on the boards and compete.
Well, this was one of those games where, to be quite honest, your club didn't shoot well, particularly from the perimeter. But it's kind of like, okay, we recognize that. We understand where our strength is. And tonight the strength was inside with Jacob Dust once again, who, of course, crossed that 1,000-point mark tonight.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I thought our boys played, you know, except for maybe a 2-minute stretch there at the end of the first half, played very disciplined and detailed, both offensively and defensively. And that's what we got to have. I mean, it's not that we can't make threes or shoot threes. They weren't falling. And even then, everybody's a better shooter whenever it gets passed on a kick out or you go inside out. So, and like I said, our strength, it was Jacob. Jacob had the bulk of the points. I get that, and I see that. You know, but also Jack Haney did a lot of good things from that high post. Caden Fearday did some good things from the high post. We had some drives, you know, from the perimeter that just didn't fall. I mean, Kenan Walsh can't buy a bucket right now. If those things would start falling and giving a little confidence there, I mean, I think the outside shots would continue to fall then too. And, you know, Webby, he's still trying to figure out his rhythm a little bit with that foot injury. So, like I said, there's a lot of good things. Like I said, shooting wasn't necessarily one of them, but even then we stuck to the game plan and we executed.
A lot of these kids coming into this tournament do have NTC tournament experience, but some don't, and a lot of these roles are a little different for some of these kids as well. So it's always good to get that first game under your belt here at this conference tournament.
It is to get out there and get in front of the crowd and the excitement, the experience. Like I said, it's a fun place to play, and it's a tournament that, you know, you're the one seed, so you kind of expected to play at a certain level and do things. So kind of gets you to take a deep breath and relax, and hopefully we'll settle in a little more on those shots later this week.
Going to need to play a little better throughout the rest of the week, possibly, against the club that you're going to play, no matter if it's Neogo or North Clay here in the semifinals on Thursday night.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll watch the game here tonight, figure out, you know, a plan of attack, and go back to work tomorrow, Wednesday, and continue to find ways to get better.
Well, Coach Rinker, congratulations on the win. Your club improves to 18-3 on the season, and we always appreciate you taking the time to chat with us.
Yep, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Coach Cody Rinker of the St. Anthony Bulldogs, nice enough. I did not ask him about diving for the finish line yesterday.
Dad out front, I told him he'd go for the finish line in the fitness challenge.
Yeah, the fitness challenge, diving for that finish line. Got to win, however it takes.
You know what? I tell my guys whenever we run sprints and stuff, if you're close, you know, you got to be willing to give that extra effort. So I had players in the stands and competing against one, so I couldn't let them down. Had to practice what I preached there a little bit.
Well, earlier in the broadcast, he said you still had that spring in your step, and I said, well, maybe not, because he had to dive at the end.
Well, that's right. Well, good thing the jumps were before the run. So. Thanks, guys.
Coach Cody Rinker again with the St. Anthony Bulldogs. They had the fitness challenge, a part of Catholic Schools Week there this week as well. So NTC Tournament Week and the Catholic Schools Week, a lot going on over there at St. Anthony. Well, Greg, I didn't have a chance to run through the individual numbers yet.
Oh, okay.
If you want to do that, go ahead.
Thanks. I cleared it up, by the way. There will never be a media category in that
good. I appreciate that.
Challenge. That is never going to happen. We can run through the individual numbers here quickly for St. Anthony. Jack Haney was 3 for 10 from the field for his 6 points with 3 rebounds. Aaron Webb, 3 for 5 from the field and 2 for 3 from the line. So he finished with 8. Jacob Dust, what a night. 10 out of 16 from the field. He had 9 foul shots and made 5 of those. Finished with 25 points and 15 rebounds. What a night for Jacob Dust. Caden Fearday, 5 for 9 from the field, including 3 rebounds. So he had 10 points and 3 rebounds. Kenan Walsh ended up 0 for 5 but grabbed a couple of boards. Connor Walk had a bucket for his 2 points with a rebound. Eli Moore made a shot and had 2 rebounds. Jack Elder made a basket and had a rebound. Seth Hutsey got to play, missed a couple of shots but hung in there. Grant Nuxall 1 for 2 for his 2 points with a rebound. And James Schutte got to play, and Ty Weedman got to play, and Mick Willenberg got to play, and Craig Croy, and not Craig Croy, Seth Hutsey got in. Craig's still getting better. And Grant Nuxall got in the contest. 12, 15, 17, and 13 for the Bulldogs. 57 points. For the Eagles, just a rough night offensively. Andy Goldsboro was 2 for 8 from the field for his 4 points, had 5 rebounds. Brighton Pruitt was 2 for 2 from the field for his 4 points and had a rebound. Jacob Barron, 2 for 4 from the field and 3 for 4 from the line, so he finished with 7 points and had 5 rebounds. Gavin Smith was 4 for 6 from the field. He had the only made threes in the game, and he made 2 of them. He finished with 10 points and had 3 rebounds. Jace McWhorter just couldn't get the lid off. 0 for 9 from the field, 1 for 2 from the line for a point, and he had 4 rebounds. Caden Tisch, 1 for 2 for 2 points with 2 rebounds. Jacob Tisch, 0 for 4 from the field, but did have a rebound. Ian Forbes had a rebound, and Alex Higgs got to play, and a couple other kids too. 7-10, 7-4 for the Eagles, 28 points. So St. Anthony wins it 57-28. We're just moments away from North Clay and Neoga, the 4 and 5 seeds in this year's tournament. Should have some fun. Back with the pregame information.